when to take versus when to bait Baron comes down to two actually most important things in my opinion, and that is, first of all, do you even need Baron to win the game, or are you going to try Baron and throw the game because that was the enemy team's window back in? And B, smite. Make sure your smite is up so that 50-50 situations are at least at 50-50, because with Mountain Drakes and Callistas and stuff like that, it's not always going to be on a 50-50 scenario. So with that said, going forward, one of the most important things about baiting Baron is figuring out, what are you baiting Baron for? Are you baiting it to try and take a team fight, in which case you start Baron solely for the reason when the enemy team shows up you can turn on them and kill them? Or are you trying to get a TP, in which case you swept the area but left a ward up so that an enemy laner could TP to it, and as soon as they TP, again, you back off and now you got their teleport on cooldown, and now you can start Baron again at any point and they can't teleport back in? Or are you trying to do it just to draw the enemy team out of their base, so like super minion waves can like crash into their base and destroy it for you? You have to identify those things as well. On the flip side, when it comes to taking Baron, the most important things to realize is it the safest it could possibly be to take Baron with a minimal risk that the enemy team could show up and steal it? For example, if you're not a team fighting team, getting collapsed on is a really bad idea at Baron, so you want to have as much vision as you possibly can. That's also why you want to have smite up, so you can take it immediately if the enemy team does show up, but the Baron's so low that you're like, okay, but we have to take it at this point, or else the enemy team's going to take it, and the game's going to flip that way. Furthermore, you want to also have the waves, especially super minion waves, push up as much as possible, so the enemy team really has to think about, okay, do we leave base to go contest this Baron and potentially lose the base to super minions, or do we stay here and defend, knowing that we just gave up Baron to them and they're just going to use it to push this wave in anyway? And some teams will just come and fight, and they'll be like, if we can steal the Baron, we can use the powered recalls, come back and save the base. So some teams will take that route, so you got to be prepared for it. You have to have your vision up, you have to have your smite up, and just really have numbers. And of course, if you can, if the game generated those for you, have as many Mountain Drakes as possible. That can't really hurt that much. So that's the few, not really pros and cons, but few things I see when people say, when's it better to take Baron, when's it better to contest Baron? So feel free to add your own ideas on when you think it's better to bait or take Baron. And if you watched this far, thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, but that is all for this video. Life is full of a lot of kinks, so I don't know which video will be next. So until next time, take care. For the Fire God Eye, FS.